Okay, so that's it. Welcome everyone. I'm just gonna be doing my predictions for the Winter Major, which is coming up on this Wednesday until Sunday. So 5-day event. Come on, breath. All right. So we got 16 teams here. We got Queso, first seed out of Europe, NRG, and G2, first two seeds out of North America. Dig, I don't know where they finished, to be fair. I know BDS did okay. Endpoint did pretty well this major. Sandrock is just Sandrock, let's face it. FaZe Clan, well, it's first killer, let's face it. Renegades, they actually finished second in OC this time to Pioneers. And then you got V1, who actually, they won Regional 3 of the Winter Split. Secret, which they finished top of Sam, ahead of Furia, which I'm actually surprised about because the grand final of the last regional was Furia v Era Eternity, and the winner of that would win the whole event. Well, and also get in the Winter Major. You've got Detonator, which is actually really surprising because Detonator, well, they were third seed out of APEC. Tokyo Verde was against. They did a tiebreaker for versus Tokyo Verde. They shouldn't have even been there, but second place didn't show up, so they had to call them Detonator. Detonator beat Tokyo Verde, so not Detonator in the major. I don't think they're gonna get a game here. SSG, they almost fell against V1 and Oxygen in the Regional 3, and then last one is EG. Fifth seed out of Europe. They did it okay in all the regionals, but nowhere too far. So these are the groups right here. You got Group A, which, well, I mean, they're all death groups, let's face it, but Group A, Queso, FaZe, V1, and Detonator. I think the top 3 spots are going to be pretty competitive here. And then Detonator is just Detonator. If they even get a single game, I would be surprised. Group B, Energy and Endpoint, which, well, that was a pretty tough game for Energy back in the full major. Endpoint beat them 3-1, I think. And then Renegades Furia, another matchup from full major. And Renegades swept. Fever had a hell of a game. And then they went out in the last round, the Swiss. Sorry about my throat. I got a sore throat lately. G2, they've got a pretty tough group ahead of them because you've got Secret, which is, well, first seed out South America. BDS. Do I even need to say anything about BDS here? Reigning champs of a LAN. This one will be the first crowd LAN in almost 3 years, though. And then you got 5th seed out of Europe, EG. I can see EG pulling off some shocks here. And then last group, Pioneers. Again, I can hardly see them even getting a game because their competition is SSG, well, with Daniel in decent form as well. Sandrock, Khaled might not even be here because they're having visa troubles. Hopefully they got through all of those. But yeah, Senzo performed really well at the last LAN for a sub. Hopefully Khaled will be able to live up to that, but I don't know. And then you got Dig, which, yeah, they're inconsistent. They're probably my favorite team out of Europe, but they're inconsistent because they get so good results, like against 0-0 Nation in the upper semis in Regional 3 in EU, but then they lose to Endpoint and they lose to Queso. So got some pretty tough matches here, and starting with the groups and moving all the way throughout the playoffs, which is just a double elimination bracket with the grand final as normal. So first off, you got, well, Queso Detonator. Yeah, 3-0. Easy 3-0 for Queso there. Detonator, I'll be surprised if they even score. If this isn't a perfect sweep, I'd be surprised with Queso. Gonna be honest. Yeah, that's about all. FaZe V1, that's gonna be a tough game for. Okay, my mic's on. That will be a tough game for both teams because you've got FaZe, who always perform. Well, first killer always performs, but then you've got V1, Calm, Beast Mode, and Torment, all in good form from winning the last regional. So they're going to be looking at a bounce back because they didn't face FaZe, I don't think, in that regional. So they're going to be looking to try and beat him here. Just got to double check my mic. Mic is on. I can see V1 just about edging FaZe here, but I'll take a guess and I'll say Nerves will get the better of FaZe, and V1 will beat him in 5. They won't be ready for the demos that V1 do throw. V1 is, I don't want to sound biased, V1 is my favorite team out of North America as well, just because of their play style. It's just completely unique. Probably the most demo heavy team in North America. They rely on demos and bumps a lot. And I can just see them edging out FaZe here. So yeah, one game in, you got FaZe and Detonator losing those, but FaZe, yeah, I can see Detonator getting 2 goals at most from that series. Queso V1 though, that's a tough one, because you obviously got Queso, who just, they completely beat up almost all of Europe in the winner split. But you got V1 with their tough playstyle. Queso, because they're EU and a lot of teams like Dig can handle it well. They can, okay, so Queso v Dig, winner split. Queso won every single time. V1 and Dig do have a pretty similar playstyle with demo talking. And mechanics as well, because you've got Beast Mode, very mechanical, and Torment as well. Probably one of Cloud9's best players back in Season 6. And you got players like Jorias and Abjack, who are just mechanical all the time. I can see Queso just completely destroying V1 here though. They've already beaten Dig. They swept them, I think, in Regional 3. They beat them in Regional 1. They've beaten them in every single regional so far. So it's with a similar playstyle than V1. I think it's fair to say Queso will have this. Queso v FaZe though. FaZe usually do pretty well against EU teams, and by this time they would have built up enough. They won't have any nerves. They'll have the fans cheering them on. And I can see FaZe taking this from Queso in 5, honestly. It might be a bit much, but FaZe against European teams. They beat BDS in 4, they beat Endpoint in 4. They beat Vitality as well. There's 2 teams they didn't face, I don't think. Queso won in that. So we had Endpoint, Dig, BDS. They didn't face Dig. They could have done if the brackets went differently. They didn't face Dig, and who's 5th seed? Who was 5th seed? Semper. They didn't face Semper either. I can see FaZe beating Queso here though. Just because they're just EU slayers completely. And, well, yeah. And then lastly, you've got V1 Detonator. That's not going to go any other way but Frio. Complete sweep. Detonator won't get a game. They'll be lucky to get a few goals. They might take a couple from V1. But it's 3rd seed out of APAC. Tokyo Verde hardly even got anywhere going in the full split. Full major. Yeah. There is a tiebreaker though in Group A. And that's Queso FaZe rematch. And seeing as Queso will be ready for FaZe here, they'll take this. 3-1. FaZe will get a game off of him, but Queso will be ready for him after getting 5 gamed by FaZe in the groups. And that finishes up Group A. Now moving on, Group B. We've also got to take a look at scrims actually. Like if I just get on my phone, we've got plenty of scrims that have happened. I'm pretty sure I've got a camera roll of them all. Not sure if I screenshot this or not. I did. Yeah, Queso have just been beating everyone in scrims. They've beaten LNG 3 times. They've beaten V1. I can see them doing it again in that. They've destroyed Endpoint. And Renegades have beaten as well. The only teams I've lost against are G2 and Furia. FaZe as well in scrims. They've beaten LNG twice, Endpoint twice, and also EG. V1, yeah, V1 have just been good across the board. They've lost to Queso in scrims, and that's the only team they've lost against. They've beaten Renegades, KCP, Furia, Energy, and Endpoint. They 7-0'd Endpoint in games, 7-1 KCP, 6-2 against Furia as well. I can see Group A staying as it is. Well, Group B, scrims wise, Renegades, they've got a few wins. not too many. The only one I can see right now is they beat EG, and if I should get that Reddit post up, they may have beaten a couple more teams. If I can find out esports, wherever it is. Right, there's the scrims. Yeah, you've got a few more Renegades results which have missed. Right, let's see. There's more Renegades. Renegades did beat FaZe, they beat G2, they lost to SSG by a game, drew with Dig, and they beat FaZe again. Renegade FaZe is actually pretty tough, if that does happen. Moving on to Group B though, we've got NRG. They went 1, 2, and 6 in scrim so far, based on recorded ones. 3 against Queso and 2 against FaZe with the losses, and the other one against V1. NRG goes against anyone in Group A. I can't see them winning that. But in Group B, they've drew with Endpoint and they've beaten Endpoint, so I'm guessing they've got over their nerves from fall. And they'll have the crowd cheering them on because we're in LA for this LAN. They're going against EG as well. They did draw with EG. But there's nothing against Furia and Renegades yet. Furia, they have 3-0-3 in scrims. Lost to Endpoint, one of Endpoint's only wins. I'll get them in a second. They beat Renegades, lost to EG, lost to G2 7-1, Brazil in games. They beat Dig and they beat Queso. Furia, EU Slayers besides Endpoint. And then Endpoint 4-1-6 in scrims. They beat Secret 6-1. Lost 6-1 at Queso actually. Beat G2 twice. Beat Furia 4-0 in games. Drew and lost against NRG, lost to FaZe twice, and lost to V1 7-0. Yeah. All I can say is this is going to be a stacked group. Because you've got Furia, good attacking front, complete EU Slayers. I can see them beating Endpoint in this matchup. And Renegades, yeah. OC might have a good bounce here. First off, NRG Furia. NRG is going to have the crowd cheering him on. Maybe a slow start in groups, which is why Fury is going to get to here, but NRG will come out on top. Then you've got Endpoint Renegades. This game could actually be pretty close, because Endpoint, they're not doing the greatest in scrims. I don't think Renegades are either. They have faced Endpoint in scrims. They haven't, I mean. So that's, well, at least nothing recorded. So, Endpoint, just being Endpoint, and Seiko, hopefully with the mechanics. You've got Seiko v Fever on the mechanic side. CJ just being the meme that he is. They did beat Endpoint in full though, Renegades. I can maybe see it happen again. I can see Endpoint just completely falling out of groups here. So I'm going to go through on Renegades. Again, just like in fall. Just like in the Swiss. Moving on now, we've got NRG Renegades. I don't think... Did Renegades face NRG? No, they didn't. Nothing recorded. So, based on their playstyle and the fact they would have just beaten Endpoint, again, I'm saying they're taking 2 off NRG, but crowd and just NRG being NRG, they'll win that as well. Endpoint Furia though, this will be different. Furia, I can see him taking this, maybe. I'm not sure, because Endpoint did 4 them in scrims. Fury do have an attacking playstyle though, so it's a tough one. I think I'm going to have to see Endpoint taking this, because they're going to want to bounce back after losing to Renegades. I can see a complete Endpoint sweep here. And then NRG Endpoint 2. They did 2 different scrims, 4-4 and then 5-2 for NRG. But Endpoint did beat him in full, and I can see that happening again, except this time it won't be as close. NRG will fall in 4. Endpoint will win that. Renegades Furia. Furia will get their revenge on Renegades, and it's not even going to be close. 3-0 Furia. So we've got 2 tiebreakers in this group now. We've got Furia, Renegades, rematch, and Endpoint. So we've just got a round 3 rematch. This one, Crowd, NA, NRG, they've got this. They've absolutely got this tiebreaker. It will be close because Endpoint will be on good form at the end of the group, but NRG will have it. And Furia, they've got Yan, Renegades have got Fever, but OC has just been inconsistent, and Furia will take this 3-2 in 5. So last standings, we've got, so far, we've had plenty of tiebreakers. Queso top in Group A, FaZe in V1 in playoffs, and Detonator, FaZe in V1 in the bracket and Detonator out. Renegades also out, Fury and Endpoint in bracket, and NRG upper bracket. Now on Group C, which I don't know where I can see this going. Evil Geniuses used to be German Amigos. They did really well in the Great Overtime last spring in RLCS X. G2 though, this winter, they've looked amazing. Okay, they really have. They got the upper and lower finals of Mobile One Mountain Classic. Lost both to V1 and NRG, top 2 teams that regional. EG though, I don't know where I can see him going with this. I can see him beating Secret just because of Secret's playstyle, but I'm not sure where I can see Evil Geniuses going with this. Like, you got Catalysm, who's good. Ivan Rizex, slightly inconsistent. Catalysm may get a carry here, but EG will be lucky to get a game because of the LA crowd. I'm going to go 3 on G2. BDS Secret, honestly, BDS, they usually have slow starts in groups. In the Swiss, they did a good start in full major, then they lost to FaZe, then they beat Endpoint, and then they went on to win the whole thing. Because as BDS at LAN, I don't think they're going to take this, so I think they're going to actually lose to Secret in this first matchup, and it will be tight, but Secret will take it because SAM on offense is just ridiculous. How are we looking? My webcam is not looking good at all. Alright, I'm gonna have to turn that off. I have to use Jesus Christ, I'm gonna have to use this, see where we go with it. Okay. I just unplug this. Yep, our webcam's still gonna be the same. I just straight up smacked my desk with my leg here. Might have to just get the properties up. General webcam. We'll have to use this. Hopefully, we're fine. I don't think we will be. And we have to switch webcams. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, sorry about all of this. Webcam died. I'm back now with my main laptop webcam. The other one just completely stopped working. Don't understand why, but predictions. Round 2, Group C. G2 Secret, both winners of round 1. Secret with their playstyle. G2 will find them tough to beat because they lost to Furia, don't forget, in the full. They are doing unbelievably well in winner split though. So is Secret with being the first seed out of SAM. I can see another shock here. If I'm being honest, I can see Secret taking this. I'm not even kidding. SAM is probably going to have a pop off here. The whole region. And then you got BDS EG. Yeah, EG won't get a game. BDS are going to be firing after the loss of Secret. 3-0 BDS. And then round 3. Well, G2 BDS. It's good seed out of NA versus a bad season, probably again for BDS, out of Europe because they didn't finish first once again. Queso did. But I think BDS will be too much for G2 here, and I think they'll take this. Secret, however, they'll lose to EG here. I can't see him being EG just because Ivan and Catalysm will want to have a good game here. And ResX. So I can see EG taking this in 4, actually. In 4, because Secret... There'll be 2 wins on the bounce, but EG, they're like Semper. Like, people undermine them, and I know I've gone BDS sweeping them. I've gone them losing to G2. That's because it's BDS and the home crowd for G2 is just there. I don't understand what's going on here. I think that's what is going on. BDS Secret, I'm pretty sure. I may have to copy this. Oh god, what's going on here? So as of now, what we got? Okay. BDS Secret in the rematch. BDS will have this. G2, they can see off EG again. EG, I hate to say it, you're going to be gone in the groups. And BDS, they've decided they're going to exit this thing early and crash my entire thing. I don't know how I get them back. Maybe if I just... There we go. Alright, how's this? And then you got Secret. No, Secret will win. They'll also lose 1-3 against EG. BDS. Okay, good, they're back on there now. They're gone again. Alright, let's see. I don't know what's going on here. But you've got G2. That'll be EG. In 5, though, I think. This is different. NRG versus Blank right now. There we go. And we've got BDS back. Last off, final group. After BDS decided they're going to leave early. You've got probably the 4th death group of the Winter Major, which contains Dig, Sandrock, Pioneers, and SSG. Sandrock, they're going to be a bit shaky to begin with. They'll do well, they'll make top 8, but they're going to be shaky. They're going to 3-1 Pioneers. Pioneers will take a game off of them. They won't win, but they'll take a game. Dig, SSG. Go from the boys, Abstract, Joros, and Scrub here. They'll take the win. Home crowd will have SSG taking 2, but it's Dig. Come on. Just don't do what you did against Semper in the 4 quarters. Please. Dig Pioneers. Dig Bias. Don't need to say much else. I know Pioneers were first seed out of OCE, but I haven't looked at scrims in a while, have I? How are KCP even doing on scrims? They've lost to V1 and they lost to Team Secret. Well. And how are BDS doing on scrims? No, man, they don't want to be recorded. I forgot about that. G2, I think they're the same deal. No, G2 are 5-0-2. They beat Secret though. Alright. Forget what I said earlier. I'm changing my result. No, I'm not. G2 are losing a Secret. Staying that way. I don't know if Sandrock have got any scrims available. All I know is SSG drew against Team Secret. Team Secret didn't do the best in scrims. They beat KCP and they drew with SSG. Then they lost to Endpoint EG. They lost to EG, yep, so they'll do that again. Boom, right there. They will be G2 because of G2 v SAM. G2 v SAM regions. And then they will be BDS because BDS will be shaky at the very start. But you got this final group. I don't think SSG won't be recorded either. Dig lost to Furia in scrims, but they beat Renegades, as far as I know. Then they also faced Renegades again. Renegades lost to SSG, nothing else, it's just Renegade scrims. Alright, so we're looking at Samrock SSG. Samrock can pull through with this. Again, it'll be in 5. Actually, screw that. Samrock, you're going to do what you do. You're going to be Samrock, and you're going to 3-0 Space Station. Final matchup, Dig Samrock. The real question is, will Khaled perform this? If Khaled can perform, Samrock can win this. If the VC gets through. Hope it does. Really like Khaled as a player. Oh, this is a real tough matchup. This could honestly be a grand final, potentially. I can't see this being like Dig Semper in the Swiss of the full major. I don't know who I want to win here. The other one, Pioneers, will take 2 games off Space Station, but they won't win. Pioneers, you're going home. I'm sorry. Only team, except Detonator, going 3-0, not 0-3 in games. Samrock Dig, such a tough decision. I can't do this. It's tough, because being a Dig fan, but Samrock being Samrock, it's tough. Okay? TRK, best person in MENA, right in the MENA region right now. Khaled, high school and stuff. Probably, is this a debut LAN for Khaled? I don't know. But this will go 5 games. It's a flip of the coin, really. It's just a coin flip game. And I'm going to go 3-2 because it's the groups. Dig are usually consistent in the groups. Going 9 for 4 in games. Just about scraping through to the upper bracket. And we've got our upper and lower semis now. I'll do it in the order. It would be done. We've got 4 teams gone already, and that's Detonator, Renegades, EG, and KCP. Bye to all of you lot. Top 12 left. We'll start with lower round 1. Endpoint v1. Scrim says it. God, that hurt. Scrim says it all. Jesus Christ, that really hurt. That really hurt. Ouch. Dropping a phone right where you don't want to drop it isn't the greatest. Maybe it's a metaphor for Endpoint dropping off in the lower bracket. Round 1. V1 are going to sweep them, just like they did in scrims. And now we've got Secret SSG. Did Secret play SSG? I don't know. I don't know who Secret played. They did. They drew with them. This is a coin flip game. Secret, I don't know their playstyle much, but SSG, they've got Daniel, they've got the crowd, and they've got the inconsistency, and Secret have got the win. I'm sorry, SSG. I've got to do it to you. You're gone. Not even making top 8, and wow, we're not even through lower round 1. We've already got 2 EU teams and 1 NA going home. FaZe Furia, that is a tough game right there. Furia EU Slayers. Did they face FaZe? FaZe so far undefeated in scrims, and not quite undefeated in groups. But they're just going to be too much for Furia because it's FaZe after all. It's FaZe. First Killer, AJ, and Sip. FaZe. Samrock G2 rematch. This, well, from full, Samrock swept. G2 though, they're good. But it's Samrock. I don't know. This is like Samrock Dig. It's a flip of the coin. It depends if Samrock turn up. If they do, to top 8. If they don't, they won't. They just made it through groups. They did 2-1. Swept Space Station. And I can see them doing the same with G2. Samrock, they will turn up. They will win. And they'll go top 8. And that's more teams going home. We've got 2 NA and 2 EU already gone. New regions, welcome. We've got our top 8. Wow, this is 3 NA, 3 EU, Maina, and Sam. OC gone in the groups. Bye. Get good. Get consistent. We've got first match of lower round 2. V1 Secret. If Secret have the Sam playstyle that I think they will, this VV1, it'll be like a normal Sam scrim. Or even a regional. This could be a Sam regional grand final with their playstyles. Have they faced V1 in scrims though? Yeah, and they lost 5-1. Because it's V1, and V1 are good, and V1 win. Sam, I'm sorry, you're only gonna make top 8. V1 making top 6 though. And face Samrock. Question is who turns up here and who doesn't, because if FaZe turn up, they can get the edge over Samrock. First Killer will always turn up. But if FaZe don't, Samrock, especially Khaled, if he does do well, this is just depends who will turn up and who won't. And I think that Samrock will be the one turning up here. And they're going to be edging out FaZe. So now I've only got 2 NA teams left. And we're up to the upper semis now. Okay, so Dig. Can I see this being the same old story? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Because you got the Semper Dig thing. This is like a reverse of that. I can see him getting revenge in 7. NRG BDS. NRG, you're gonna have this. Dig NRG. What a matchup. In the upper final. You got the lower quarters now. This is turning out to be great. We've got top 6 now. We've got our top 6 teams in Sanrock, BDS, V1, Queso, NRG, and Dig. I can see any one of these teams winning the entire thing. First off though, we've got Queso V1. Unbelievable scrim here. But you could probably take a guess of who won that. Give you a clue. Cheese. And the Cheese will take this. Again, I'm sorry V1. You're a good team. Favorite NA. But it's Queso. It's there. Will they crack under pressure on the LAN though? I'm not sure. Because they've got the crowd against them. We're in LA. We're gonna have the crowd for V1 here. Plus I'm changing my energy BDS score because BDS, they're being energy 3 times already. They can do it again. How Scrim's looking actually, I don't know. How are NRG looking in this? Scrims, very poor. Lost to Queso 3 times straight. Says a lot. Wow. And FaZe as well. And V1. Yeah. Gonna have at least one EU team in the grand final. Dig BDS, what a matchup. Queso V1 though. Flip of the coin, but Queso will take this in 7. Because they're just good. NRG Samrock. Samrock, you played such a good lance. You played such a good full major, winter split. You already made worlds. But I just don't think it's NRG. I don't think you're going to get through. I think you're going to make it in NRG will make this in 6 games. Would you please stop this, Windows? Thank you so much. And that's 4-2. Queso NRG, same old story. 4-2 Queso. And we've got an all-EU grand final. Got Dig BDS. Depends on who turns up. BDS haven't had the best winner. Dig are inconsistent. They did perfect sweep BDS though. They got a good play style. How are Dig scrims looking? I don't know. Big bias. Yeah, they'll win this in 7. BDS Queso. I'm sorry, Queso. You had a good run. BDS is just another forearming you. Yeah. it's going to be the same as the Premier Cup. Okay, final matchup. Our last teams, V1 and Sandrock, did make top 6. NRG in 4th, K-Song in 3rd. Final 2 teams, Dig BDS rematch. There will be a bracket reset here. It won't be that close. It'll be 6 games BDS. There'll be a BDS. But I don't think they're going to win this major. I think it'll be 4-2 in the second set. And Dig will take this one home. So this is my final prediction for the Winter Major, which starts in 2 days from the time I'm recording this. I hope everyone's enjoyed this. Been no music. I should have added that probably. Had some webcam troubles halfway through. But hopefully I'm right. I'll take a look at back at these predictions. I'll just go through all of them. Just scroll through for myself mainly. All of these group finishes like that. Group B, them results, and C and D, these results, that, and then you've got the playoffs. All of those, they're the lowers, upper semis, upper and lower final, and then grand final. Final standings. How can we position this? There we go. So that's my final standings for Winter Major. In my prediction, I don't think it's going to be anywhere even close to this. I really want Sandrock doing well. I really want V1 doing well. I really want someone from Sound doing well and someone from OCE. I want Detonator to get at least a game. EG causing an upset. I want a lot of things really. But most of all, I want my boys at Dig to win this. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll probably see you in a watch party for the major on the last day. But I hope you enjoyed. That's me gone. See ya.